mean, what happened with Laken was horrible, and it could have been anybody. I had, my friends, children up there. My son wasn't up there then; it was last year. But girls going and jogging around and could have been raped and brutally murdered. It's because of sanctuary cities. It's because people, they, oh, I have a big heart and we're going to protect and we're going to do this. I was sitting here when you were talking, thinking about my 8-year-old who loves to fish. And he was outside and he caught a fish, and he's never done this before, but he couldn't get the hook out of the fish's mouth. It was a big catfish in our pond. And he couldn't get the hook out, and he ran inside and he was crying like, "Mama, come here." Well, I ain't touching this fish. I do not do fishing. Okay. So I had to put these gloves on trying to get this hook out of this fish, and the fish is breathing and he's dying because he's not in the water. And he was heavy. I couldn't pick him up to put him in a bucket. So I was dipping water and pouring it over the fish. And I had my son go inside and get my husband to come out and unhook this fish, because my son was having a panic. Like, "Mama, I don't want the fish to die." Even though we catch fish and clean them and eat them, it seemed inhumane to him because he didn't have a bucket of water for him to be killed the right way. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was just getting this image when you were talking. I think it's similar. We think, illegals are human beings. We don't want them to be treated unfairly. We don't want them, even though they came in illegally, even though they're criminals. I get it. And that's why the sanctuary city, they thought, oh, well, we'll give them, a reprieve or whatever. No. This person had multiple crimes. He had been protected, catch and release, all the things. And then he killed an innocent girl who could have been my daughter, who could have been my sister, could have been your daughter. And we can't bring her back. That's it. Right. That's why we have laws in our country for law and order. And so we can have a big heart and we could want, not want somebody to die and not want things to happen. But at the same time, we have to have boundaries.